And what if I never see you again?
Well, I hope you do.
So you can feel better about things, is that it? Are you here for me? Or for Stefania? Or you? Who is it? Listen, put it right. Dejte To Do Pořádku. Listen, I don't know the words for it. She gave birth to me, but my parents gave me life. That's how I've always seen it. I am the woman who was the baby that she gave birth to. That's just the way it is. I don't have the words.
I think Stefania would have been proud of you.
Oh, what do you know? How she felt. How she thought. Well, tell me. Perhaps that's the beginning of putting it right.
I'm not prepared. I thought this was just going to be a hello meeting. I haven't got my thoughts straight.
Is that what you told her, Stefania? That you were in a hello goodbye thing? Was it? And you weren't prepared? Are you going to run out now? Well, go on then. Press leave meeting. Leave the meeting. Leave. Run again.
I suppose you have every reason to be upset.
I should be gracious and less childlike and kind and sympathetic. I should be. But I imagine her, and I don't know whether it's right, but I see her alone. Her loving you and then not loving you, hating you, not hating you.
Probably all of that.
We'll start with something easy then. What was she going to call me?
Well, she wanted you to fit in here in England. So she thought two names would do it. Clare, it was her patron saint, and Ilona. It means the bright one in Czech.
Clare Ilona. Clare Ilona Bejdekova. Clare Ilona Bejdekova.
She played the flute, taught it too.
More.
She was very beautiful.
And you're very B-movie.
She was.
Is that what you thought when you met her? I mean, you can't have spoken Czech, did you? So you looked at her and that's all you saw?
No. Goodness, no. I didn't do that. That doesn't sound right at all.
Well, run away then.
No.
Well, so tell me, where did you meet? What did you say when you first met her?
Well, she spoke a little English. She worked in a library at the university and they needed people who were bilingual. Well, she wasn't, but she had enough to keep her in the job.
And the first time then?
I was looking for plays. European plays. I don't know anything about them. I had to write about Brecht and all that, so I was in the German section, Mother Courage, and she was cataloguing by hand. This was 1969. That's what you did. Dewey Decimal. I thought she was a student, which she was part-time. She worked and they paid her in English lessons and enough to pay the rent. Let's see. Yes, I noticed her. I did. What does anyone do? She was pretty. I won't deny it. I can't. Well, it didn't feel like I was just looking at her. I was very nervous. I don't find it easy to talk to people of the opposite sex, you know. I'm no Clark Gable. So yes, I invented a reason to stray past her aisle. Excuse me, I wonder if perhaps you speak a little German. And of course she did. I asked her whether she could translate a few words. My English isn't very good, she said. And we talked a little. I felt that she wanted to talk. I don't think I forced her. She told me about her family. Tea. We had tea in one of the university cafes. And she told me how she'd come here and that she'd only arrived a year before. Her parents had wanted to give her a new life. So they sent her ahead from the Russians. They invaded in 1968, and she said she hoped her parents would follow. Of course, they never did.
Why not?
The Russians didn't let anyone out.
And then one day Stefania realises she's pregnant. She's what? 19? What are you?
20.
When I get this wrong, tell me.
I'm sorry? Where's this going?
So, she's terrified. Yes, she knows the baby's yours. She's only just come to this country and you're the first person who's befriended her.
She had lots of friends in the music world from the library.
No, that's not what I mean. You are the first man she's trusted enough to be with in that way.
Yes. She had boyfriends back home, but here, yes.
So she's frightened. Her mother is in another country. She lives alone?
No. We had a flat by then.
Right. What does she do? She goes walking in the daytime, in her breaks, and at night when she can't sleep. Weeks go by. She's sure, she's certain. She wonders whether to tell you. She's not showing, really. And she wears as many layers of clothing as she can because the heating is expensive. She writes to her mother when she doesn't tell her.
She got on very well with her mother, I think.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to worry her. She doesn't want her terror to pass to her mother. She still doesn't tell you. And you don't notice much, except she's a bit quieter. And she's out a lot walking.
Sort of, yes.
She plays the flute. Not very bright tunes.
An old one. It belonged to her grandfather, I believe.
Which composers did she play?
Dvorak, of course.
And then one day, when I was born...
The 19th of May.
Really?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, you think so? Well, you think wrong. The 17th.
Ah.
Yeah. So when? Let's think. A month before I was born? No, I couldn't be that harsh on you. 2 months? 2 months before? March. Sometime in March, you what? Get on a bus? And the thought comes to you, what if you just stayed on? And you pass your stop, and then you pass another, and before you know it, you're at the terminus. It's getting dark, it's raining. You've got just enough money for the return trip. But you don't use it, do you?
No, not for that.
You get another one. Out of town. North or south?
North. It's not quite how it happened, but it's close. Close enough. You might almost have been there.
I was there.
Yes. I meant...
Yeah, I know what you meant. Why? Do you know why?
May I see her photograph again?
If you like.
I never did learn any Czech. We play with a few phrases here and there, you know. Dejte To Do Pořádku. Put it right. Goodness, she was so young.
She's dead now, isn't she?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. I do.
Yes. Yes, she is.
When? How?
A little older than you. But young. 53. How she died, I don't know. I looked up her name in the records office, saw her death certificate.
Well, you must know how she died then.
No.
You do.
Yes. Yes, I do. Look, I think we've done enough for now.
No, we're in it. We're in it. Just tell me. This is my mother you're talking about. It's the closest I'll ever get to her.
Your mother? I thought you said your mother was the other lady who was here just now.
Well, what other word is there for it?
I suppose a woman becomes a mother when she gives birth.
No. A woman becomes a mother when she loves her child more than anything else. And a father stops becoming a father when he runs away. That's what. Now tell me how she died.
It was her heart.
Yes?
Wait. It was a myocardial infarction.
A heart attack.
I remember reading the technical term. I wasn't quite sure. And so I looked it up.
Her heart broke.
I gather she'd been drinking.
What?
There was alcoholic liver disease on the certificate. That's what it said. Huh. Right ventricle myocardial infarction. And then under it, a business about the liver.
She died of drink.
It must have had something to do with it.
That poor woman. Stefania. Put it right, she says.
I thought today might just be a meet and greet.
So did I.
It's turning out to be a bit more than that.
God, I'm tired.
Yes. What would you like me to call you?
I'm not sure I want you to call me anything. Fiona is fine.
Do you want to stop?
Yes.
Do you want to stop forever?
Perhaps. I'll have to think about it. There is one more thing, though.
Yes, Fiona.
I'm beginning to see it.
See what?
What she wrote. Put it right. I think it's meant for me.
I think perhaps it is.
We haven't been eavesdropping. I just wondered if anyone needed anything.
Dad?
Fiona?
You all right?
Of course. Are you?
Mum?
Yes, darling. We've been downstairs in the kitchen. The rain stopped. Your father didn't feel like going outside, though.
I need a new rake.
Do you?
I told you.
Fiona, what can we do for you?
One of its tines has come. It's annoying.
I wonder if I might,
Nothing, Mum. I think we're almost finished.
All right.
May I see the photograph again?
There. What do you see?
I see her in the flat. I hear a creak of the case as she opens it. There's a flash of light as the flute comes out. And she looks at it, and it's as if it was something completely new. Now the first notes, awkward at first, each time. It's like she's finding her voice. She goes to the window and plays, looking out, and after a while she turns, and I don't think she sees me. Something else she sees. I don't know what. And she stops playing, and there's a smile, as if she hears a sound in her playing that I will never find. I miss her. I hurt her.